So you want to change your life? Well, honesty is where it all begins. Hi, I'm Jessica, and I help people discover their truth. For the best tips and tricks on how to transform your daily life, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video every Wednesday. The first step towards radically transforming your life begins with honesty. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 important points on why honesty is so important. Number 1, when you're not being honest with yourself, you're not living in your truth. Therefore, you're running away from your truth. As long as you continue to run away from your truth, you'll never be able to get honest with yourself to even realize what's going on. So let's take an example. You got dumped. I know, we've all been there. It sucks. But what happens when you get dumped is, well, for some people, they don't want to face their truth. They don't want to look at, hey, I got dumped. I need to take a look at this situation. What happens instead is that you start running away from your truth and you start changing the way that you feel so that you don't have to feel what happens. So you got dumped, and instead of facing the truth and digging a little bit deeper, do some self-awareness exercise, kind of some soul searching to figure out what happened, you say, no, I don't really want to take a good look at this. I'm going to just do whatever I need to do to change the way that I feel right now because I don't like this feeling right now. So here's your truth. And what happens is you start to drink more. You start to binge watch Netflix. You start to have a new relationship with somebody else, or maybe multiple people you start engaging in relationships with, or you start, getting healthy and you start exercising excessively. And guess what happens to your truth? It's so covered up that you don't even know what it is anymore. So your truth is buried, and until you can get honest with yourself and even understand what your truth is, you don't know what to change. Number 2, so what happens when you are honest with yourself? You can actually look at a situation with a fresh pair of eyes and say, hey, what's going on in this situation right now? So your truth has been revealed. You know what's happened. Let's take getting dumped, for example, again, because we've all been there. So you got dumped and you decide not to run away from it anymore. You now have an opportunity to look at this situation that you're in, and that's, I got dumped. What needs to happen here so that you can move forward with your life? Because nobody wants to stay stuck in yucky breakup feelings. At least I know I don't. So you can look at the situation and say, what needs to happen here? I feel crappy and I'm hurt and my ego is damaged. But at the end of the day, did I really even want to be with this person? No, because if you were really meant to be with that person, you would be with that person, right? And so you didn't really want to be with the person. And so you can start doing some self-awareness exercises here and dig deep on what it is that you really want, maybe in a relationship. Like there's a new question that comes up, like, well, I didn't really want to be with this person, so now I can start looking at, well, what do I do want in a relationship? And you can look at the fact that, hey, I'm actually feeling really sad here, and maybe what needs to happen is I need to grieve this, and I need to process my emotions so that I can move forward with my life. I need to give myself the healing that it deserves in order to move forward with my life. And then after you realize what needs to happen, you can face it, you can accept it, you can take your action, and then you can move forward. And the truth shall set you free, right? That's exactly what happens when you get honest. The truth does set you free because you can look at this situation, see it for what it really is, and say, okay, here's my truth. Now let's figure out how to break free and move forward from this. The truth shall set you free. I think that was Shakespeare. He was a very wise person. Love him. Number 3, how do I get honest with myself? Isn't that the magic question? Yes, how do I get honest with myself? We know that it doesn't work running away from our truth, and we know that the truth sets us free. So how do we get honest with ourselves? Well, since I am a life coach, I am a huge believer in powerful questions. We have to start asking ourselves these really, really important questions so that we can dig deep and understand how to get honest with ourselves. So here are some questions that you can ask yourself so you can uncover your own truth and start getting honest with yourself. Here's the first question. What am I running away from? What healing or action needs to take place in order for me to heal from the situation? How can I use this situation to prevent it from happening again in the future? How can I use the situation to make me a better person? In the end, own it. Accept it. It happened. Life moves on. It is not the end of the world. But it all starts with getting honest with yourself, really uncovering our own truth so that we can figure out what is the next step that I need to take. Because change won't ever happen in your life unless you do this one thing first. Get honest with yourself. Comment and let me know how you're getting honest with yourself. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And again, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this. And I will see you in the next video.